auction market theory, we've covered acceptance and rhythm, we've done market profile, volume profile, we've looked at VWAP. Intraday, we've looked at volume profile and VWAP. The thing is, I've ticked off VWAP here, and actually the truth is we haven't covered VWAP from a, you know, longer term or higher, I don't want to use the word time frame, but a longer investment horizon perspective. So people that are longer than a day, basically. So really, that's the only thing left at this stage. Obviously, I want you to now come to order flow, learn about all the order flow stuff. We'll then finish off with VWAP. So like I said, to repeat, sorry to sound like a broken record, but the ideal sort of order that I want you to do this in is obviously stage one you've already done, stage two you've probably done a big amount of it, and to repeat, I want you doing the order flow now after 2.5, because now you've started building hypos, right? You've seen sort of ideas about how to enter and exit. It now makes sense to introduce order flow into that entry and exit process, because that's what it is, right? You saw me talk about it in the how I enter and exit, as I've said. It just makes total sense for you to combine it with this. But coming back to the footprint point, apologies, bit of a long-winded way of explaining this, but obviously I want you to understand my reasoning behind the ordering. Is what I want you to do is do the footprint, okay? Even though I'm slowly weaning myself off it, I don't use it so much anymore. I'm even happy for you to not use it. But what it is just like the depth of market, you needed to look at it to understand the other order flow components, because it's literally the foundation of it, right? You can see that. Obviously, you've seen what volume profile builds up. You needed to see it. In the same way, I want you to look at footprint so you understand delta. Because what you'll notice is in the footprint, I talk about delta a lot. I've built myself a lot of sort of delta information in the footprint table. So look, do the footprint. It'll be a few hours, then come back, do this. I know I've put cumulative delta at the start, the first two bits of it, 3.1, 3.2. Come back to this, because once you've done 3.1, 3.2, I then want you to carry on with 2.5 and continue to do the hypo exercises and essentially just add in order flow. Look, that probably sounds confusing, but honestly it isn't. It's incredibly clear and a logical path. So let me write this down for you. So stage one, right, which is pretty much all this stuff, we've done it, tick in the box, right? Stage two, okay, which is a lot of the intraday stuff, right? So you've done what, 2.1, and I've got it here in front of me, the intro to VWAP, 2.2, 2.3, the VWAP practical stuff, right? So we've done all of that, rhythm, market condition, 2.4, 2.5, 2.6. So you've done all the dynamic and static value you should have done by now. Task 4, right? So that's building the basic hypos. Do you remember we've got CVA, DVA, line in the sand either side, okay? So at this stage, you've done up to 2.5, all right? So we've done all of that. Now what I want you to do is stage 3. So stop at 2.5, come to stage 3, okay, this stage. And now what I want you to do is I want you to do 3.3 all the way down to the end. So the end of the footprint, I believe there's going to be some examples towards the end. Obviously, I don't know exactly how many examples this will have by the time I've completely finished. I'll try and add a few, but as it stands, there is obviously some live examples. So keep working your way down all the footprint section. Once you've done that, it's going to give you a great understanding of delta, okay? And that means you would have covered footprint, and we've done the dome, right? Can you see? You've almost done everything now. All you've then got left to do, finish the footprint section. Like I said, it's perfectly makes sense when you think of it in terms of the order. Then come back to this video, 3.1, 3.2, okay? So you're going to do cumulative delta, and this is now going to form task 5, okay? Get it? So you've done task 4 here, You're coming in, I want you to finish footprint, just get delta, whatever. You don't necessarily just use the footprint, just understand it. Because what it is I don't want people to think, oh, why's he done all this footprint stuff if he's trying to wean himself off it? It's not that, guys. You've got to understand, as a trader, you've got to adapt, okay? You've got to adapt to the evolution of the market. And I keep saying it. At the end of the day, I used to be a depth of market trader. I recognized technology is here. That's not where the edge is. And in fact, my results are a million times better now than they ever were on the depth of market. I was incredibly consistent, but now it's taking it to another level, because now I've got this unbelievable understanding of the market from every perception of value. Okay, so it's not a bad thing. I've just evolved with it. Footprint, I was using it extensively. It's not that I've never used it extensively, but I've just recognized, hang on, I've got all the information I need in one place. Let me stop duplicating things and let me just become a more efficient trader. That's what happens as you obviously develop. You start to make your processes more and more efficient. Okay, so that's all it is. However, it's so important you look at the footprint, because as I said, in the same way the dome helps you understand all of the things we looked at in the pro course, the footprint is going to help you understand cumulative delta, and this will become clear when you do the footprint. Okay, so in the same way the foundation, I guess the easiest way to put it is the same way the foundation course has helped you. You see, you wouldn't have 5% of the understanding of what you're doing on VWAP and volume and market profile had you not done the foundation course. In the same way that the foundation is the very building blocks of stage 1 and stage 2, the footprint is the building block of cumulative delta. All right, so hopefully that makes sense. That's why I want you to do that. Come back to this bit, do 3.1, 3.2, cumulative delta. We're going to do task 5. All task 5 is task 4, right? Developing hypos, and do exactly the same stuff, but use cumulative delta. Okay, so I hope that's clear. So basically you can stop this video now if you haven't done the footprint section. Do the footprint section and then come back to this exact point, and we're going to go straight into cumulative delta on the next slide. Thank you very much.